Depths delve. The delves that no one wants to go into. Well, maybe some. But these delves are the worst place to go through. And I guess just judging from the gameplay, you can figure out yourself why. Because one, we don't do enough damage. And another thing, there's always annoying debuffs to deal with. So my all-time worst is split personality with unbridled fury. If you don't know what these combos are, these combinations, there's worse ones. But this is just my all-time least favorite. So basically, unbridled fury, every time you kill one enemy, the enemies nearby gain HP. They go back to full HP. So you can imagine how difficult it would be taking out these enemies, especially emptying the rooms for the objective. Then the other one, split personality. If you combine these two, split personality will make it so they spawn a smaller version of themselves or just another version of themselves. And usually it's much weaker. So if you combine these two, you kill the one that splits from the actual main one, and you just go into this never-ending cycle if you just can't kill this enemy. And on top of that, they don't put enough enemies in these delves to even complete these objectives. Sometimes you have to complete so many rooms, and you still won't complete the objective because they just don't put enough enemies in the rooms. And that doesn't apply just for these depths delve. This applies to the other delves as well. But it's a part of the depths, so I thought I would just throw it into the complaints. Which, by the way, if you have complaints about these delves, drop it down in the comments down below. And if you haven't been a part of this, well, I have a bunch of streams on this, so you can check out firsthand my live reaction to these. I'm pretty much used to it by now, so I don't really give much of a reaction to it as much. But you can imagine how terrible these delves are, because you have to start at depth 170. It's not easy going that high up, especially not right now. Maybe once we get mystic gems and better gear, it'll be a little bit more doable, and then soul of the depths will be a lot better to get, because that's the main reason why you want to be in this delves. Souls of the depths. It's an untradeable resource, and you get them from these delves. And the encrusted runic truck boxes, but that could be for a different video, which I already have talked about in other videos. And on top of all of that, you're in this delve underwater. So you get the same movement as you would be if you're underwater, unless you have the potion augment buoyancy, which I also have a video covering how to get that. But pretty much once you consume this potion, you can actually fall faster when you're underwater, and you can actually use your cosmic dragon or whatever mount that you have activated in the delves. Because they don't come activated, you have to go to the castle catastrophe delve, get the item that lets you use mounts in delves. It's only one. I can make a separate video on this entirely, but pretty much you need a bunch of gemeralds, the equivalent to crystals for the castle catastrophe delve. And pretty much it makes it so you pick one mount, and you can use that one mount in any delve that you go to, no matter what you do. So it's pretty cool. I use it for the cosmic dragon because it's amazing in not only the depths delve, but pretty much any delve, and just in general, just a really good mount. Very, very handy. And yeah, pretty much you guys get the point. There's just so much wrong with these depths delve. I just personally don't find it fun. And the room designs aren't even fun. Like, sometimes you have to fall for so long, and if you don't have the potion, then you're falling forever. And as Summer would say, cue the elevator music. The delves are just really, really bad. I personally don't like it. I'm just giving my honest thoughts on it. I dislike them a lot. Maybe one of you guys watching enjoy these delves and enjoy farming it. I don't know who you are, but I'd like to know who actually likes these delves. And I didn't even get to mention the people that one-shot you, the clams. I always hear these myths like, hey, if you use this unyielding emblem, you will never die. Or hey, if you do this certain combination, you will never die. Well, guess what? I still die. Skill issue? Maybe. But no matter what you do, you always die. So I don't know what you guys are doing, or maybe you just kill it fast enough where you don't have to deal with it. But no matter what you do to the clams, you always die. Unless you're farming solo, the little ones don't seem to kill you. That's what I've found out. It's based off of the amount of people around you. That's what I've discovered based off of my experimentation. Whereas the big clam, that thing will always one-shot you unless you keep your distance. But even if you're pretty far, you will get one-shot. So you have to, like, I don't know, you have to be pretty far. It's terrible. Like, nothing about this delve is fun. I don't like sitting there spamming abilities, auto-attacking at an enemy just for it to lose like a tiny bit of HP. Like, I can understand that for a boss, but for the enemies, like, do we really gotta do that? I feel like the enemies should be a little bit easier and the boss could be a little bit tankier, maybe. I don't know. There was a point in time where the bosses were actually easier to fight, but I guess that was bugged or something. I don't remember what exactly happened, but they ended up fixing the HP for the bosses. So now it takes even longer to fight the bosses in delves. Whereas before it was just you had to fight the creatures, do whatever you had to there, and then the boss was just like very easygoing. Should be in reverse, in my opinion. That's how it should be. I feel like the bosses should take a little bit more time. Enemies maybe a little bit weaker. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's a little bit off-fitting for Trove, because for a game like Trove, at least this is how I see it. Maybe people will see it in other ways. But the idea is you have to farm fast and efficient to get what you need. You do a dungeon, you get in, you get out, and then you move on to the next. With delves, you're in these delves forever. There's no escaping it. There's so much content in the delves. You have to stay in those caves. You would have to do upwards of like 20,000 delves just to get through the mastery section, but we're not getting into the mastery section for this video. We're talking about just the delves in general and how terrible these are. Oh, and on top of that, you don't even get as many key fragments. So if you didn't know, for the D15 area and for these delves, you have to use special keys. I hate that it requires that because I always tell people if you don't have these keys, then you can't join my farms. Otherwise, there's really no point in joining. You can't open the vault. And you need the vault to get the Soul Adepts, and it's just a big mess. So you have to go out into D15, do 5 farms to make enough profit on the key fragments to craft keys for the delves. Because if you just do the delves alone, you will not make profit. Like if you crafted 5 keys, next time you're gonna craft like, I don't know, 1 key, and then you'll be back to 0. Just an example, but that's pretty much where we're at with these delves. So you have to do a ton of D15 farming because you actually make profit doing D15 farms with the key fragments. I don't know why they made it like this. I guess they really emphasized that they wanted this to take us forever pretty much to complete the update, just for maxing gear and everything, which, you know, I'm all for. I don't want it to be easy for us to get stuff. Like I actually like it that it takes a while to not only get your power rank up, but maybe even mastery, stuff like that, because if it was easy, then everyone would be at the top. But like, this is pretty excessive. Like, at least make the farms a little bit faster. Maybe just cut the resources we need in half for upgrading the Mystic. Something like that, because this is just for Mystic here. Otherwise, no one would do these delves. There's no point in doing these delves. You would only do it for the Soul Adepts. And if you didn't know, we just recently had all of the daily bonuses. So people were spamming these delves because if you didn't know, on Mondays, you get a bonus amount of souls just by 1. So usually you just get 1, and then on Monday you get 2. By the way, this is like without Patron and stuff, since I'm not using Patron. So you get 2, and if you use the sparkling key, you get 3. And then with Patron, you would get 4. And this is just for the Monday bonus, by the way. And also if you use the sparkling key. If you have Patron and you farm on Monday, you get 3. And that's per vault. And usually people go up to depth 178 to get their final vault. And then they reset because anything after 178 is usually pretty difficult. There is a chance you can get easy objectives like collecting crystals, gathering ore, or just rushing to the boss room. That's a pretty good one if you get that. Pretty rare, but it does happen. But yeah, you get the point. I think I'm done complaining. If you guys have anything else extra that you want to add for these delves, or if you're not looking forward to it, or if you're looking forward to it, please drop it down in the comments down below. As always, curious on what you guys think about all this. If anything, we got to put a stop to this. One of you guys watching, maybe you have connections with the devs. Maybe you are a dev. We gotta do something about these delves. And maybe just not these delves, but with Mystic gear in general. I would prefer it if it didn't take a very long time, but that's just me. But either way, that's gonna be all for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please drop a like, as it does help out the channel a lot. And also just drop a comment. That also helps out the channel. But I guess just don't spam. That's the other thing. Also, I don't get every notification, so if I don't reply to you, then that's probably why. Or you've just been blocked from my channel, so that's another thing. But anyway, that's besides the point. Either way, thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys later.